Right, I've wrote it out a bit of a sketch. There's a bit of a wall here, a bit of a path here. I'm going to have some grass and that here, a couple of trees and that, and like quite a sort of interesting sky. Right, so I think I'll just wet everything all the way across, all the way down, and through that path and all. Sounds a plan. Right, come in there now with this yellow. Come in, something like that. Let's say a bit of that yellow in that path there. Niceness. Right, that's that. Come in now with some of this pink colour. Sound. Little door. And then go straight into some blue. Don't think I'll even bother washing my brush. Bit of ultramarine, cobalt blue. It'll go like a purplish colour anyway because I haven't bothered washing my brush, so that's alright. Quite like that. More purplish it goes as it comes down. Something like that. Into there. Let's say a bit coming through here. Something like that. I think that's looking alright. There. Quite happy with that. Right, I think what I'm going to do now, just take this damp brush again and just soften a few bits, I think. Soften it through. Looks a bit harsh, that. I think what's up, I'm on cartridge paper, it sort of dries quite quick. It's a bit of an hot day, so I think that's dried with some strong edges, what we don't really want. So it's alright, just soften it. Just get that brush another rinse. Niceness. Blend that in there. Another rinse. I'm rinsing in my water, but then I'm dabbing this on a tea towel so it's not wet through. These it's an eye brush and the holds absolute unbelievable amounts of water, so you probably need to dip on a tea towel to sort it, you know what I mean. Right, so that's re-wet all that again now. Go back in with some of this blue. Let's see, some of that blue there, and some there. That's better. Again, back in and soften a bit. Yeah, niceness. There. I think I'll wash that blue out and go back into a little bit of that purple colour. A little bit of that purple. Soften some of that back in. Because it dried too quick, that's all. So I just soften it back in. Job's a good one. It's that purple colour. Rinse my brush. Soften a bit more. There. Oh, that's looking alright to me. Let's get that yellow colour again. And just bap a bit of that back in again and all. Soften all that in. Oh, that's looking good, I think. Give me a slight monkey colour in places. I quite like that. There, I'm thinking something like that. That's not looking bad at all, that. So, shall I soften any more? Let's get it dry, see what it looks like. Dry it. Ooh. In fact, no, let's not. Let me think, actually. Let's not get it dry. Let's get some of that blue. Some of that purple together. And even a bit of that yellow. And just sort of come in. Get a few bushes and stuff up here. In here, look at that. Nice. I'll dip in some of that yellow in and all. Take it that slight green colour. Niceness. That's it, that can be my bushes in there. That'll give them bushes a nice soft edge then, you see. So I'll just whap a bit more of that green colour just in places, and that'll all fit well nice. Oh wow, that's nice. There we are. Lovely jubbly. What I might as well do now is keep going with that. Keep dragging it down. That's it. Just going down to where my path is. Oh, there's a wall here, so I don't want to go through the wall probably. So I'll just come down to that wall. Niceness. There. Nice bit of yellow in there. Grab some of that dark colour there, bring it across to there. Bit there. So, oh, that's my wall. Keep nearly forgetting that wall's there. I don't want to go through that wall. Bit of yellow there. I've got my windows wide open, so all I can do is apologise about that traffic noise, because it's red hot. It's too hot for me to have that window shut. Put a bit more of that green back up there again. Oh, niceness. Then drag some of them dark colours back down here, because I'm still going to want some darks. There's a bit of that bright yellow there. Keep coming. Let's add a bit of water in. Soften it a bit. That'll, by adding a bit of water and softening it a bit, I'm adding a bit of white, because the white of my paper is going to show through. There we go, another motorbike. Not much I can do about it, innit? Well, so that's it. And then I'll put some thicker paint again there and build another layer up. There we are. Yeah, same there. That's just at the top of my wall there. There's a bit more water in my paint. Let's have some darker colour in my paint again. I'll pinch it from up there. Pinch a bit from there, look. Drag some of that darkness through. See what I'm doing? I'm just playing around, splodging my paint about, and just enjoying myself really. And that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about, man. Get some water, some more water on this bit here, so it sort of fades out a bit toward the bottom, innit? There, niceness. Niceness. Just thinking. And I have to be careful when I'm thinking, because sometimes I get carried away. Right, let's just do that in there. Rinse this brush off. I'm just going to get tiny little pinch of that purple colour. Just drag a tiny pinch on it through some of them puddles there. Niceness. Perfect. Just so it gets a bit of that matches in that sky. I've got a blob there, look. I didn't really want to do that. A blob of paint there. So if I can smudge that on that bit there, look. That's from using cheap paint. So it comes off in blobs. So I've got a few blobs in there. You won't get that if you're using expensive paint, but we only use what we can afford, innit? And we don't panic. We don't panic. If it's all you can afford, it's all you can afford, innit? Right. Let's get some a bit of light brown colour. I'm thinking that. Nice bit of light brown colour. Quite a bit of water in this. And let's just come in here. Get this path in. There we are. Painting round, look, that puddle. There's a puddle there. And a puggle. There, look, just there. So I'll paint round that. Paint round that side on it. There, that's me land at the bottom of my wall there. Bring that across there like that. Job's a good one. So, niceness. Right, now let's get a darker brown now. I reckon. Bit of Bontumber. Nice bit of Bontumber. And you need to pop a bit of that in. quite dark round them puddles to help emphasise them and that in it. I'm saying we want to emphasise them puddles, don't we? I think what I might do is I'm going further away. Just add a tiny bit of that purple into that brown so it matches more into my sky a bit more. Oh yeah, look at that, that's nice, isn't it? Not loads, just a little bit in there. Look. Even it coming towards front, just help it blend into that sky a bit better, alright? There we are, look. There. Niceness. Oh, niceness. Right, so that's that. Right, I'm thinking now. I'll soften some of this. Thinking now about my wall. Thinking about my wall now. So, my wall. Right, what colour shall I use for my wall? You know what? I'm going to get some of this purpleness. Get a blob of that. Some of this bontumberness. A blob of that all. And a blob of that. Yeah, a blob of this blue and all. Nice blob of that dark blue. And do sort of a mixture, I'm thinking. Try and mix them three together. Oh, that's quite nice. Right. Right, got to work quick here. Because I've got to scratch my rocks out. Card. Everything's falling everywhere. Won't do while this. I need to catch this while it's wet. Oh, that's perfect. Look, perfect. Some rocks there. Just any old bit of card, old credit card out like that. That'll do the job. Under there, look. Oh. Into there, look. Scratching them bits out. There, tell you what I think I'm going to do. Get a soft brush. Just soften like into my path like that. So there's not that edge there, do you know what I mean? Just like that. I mean, a mucker. Oh, bit of bontumber on that. Just soften it in. Oh, well, that's better, isn't it? Can you see that? I'll soften that in and bring that across into me path look. Yeah, niceness. Right, back to that other brush again. Let's come right from about there this time. Put that top bit in, look. There. I'll use this one this time. These bits are gonna be highlights. Are gonna be smaller now. And I'm just scratching them in. Can you see that? That's just a chiseled edge. I'm just scratching them in. Brushes fell on floor again. Right. Get this bottom bit, look. There. Where's that softening brush? Where's that put it? I think it's this one. Soften it in. Soften that in. Niceness. Back to this other brush. Straight across there, look. Last bit of wall. Oh, that looks nice as it is. Let's put a couple of that lights on. There we are. Niceness. Right. Soften that in. There. So that's my little wall. I'm just thinking, shall I make it a bit higher? Let's make it a bit higher. Want it a bit higher. Add a touch of blue in that, I think. There, that's better. I just decided I wanted it a bit bigger, so it's dead easy to do, you see, look. There we are, across there. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. There we are. There, slightly bigger wall. Sound. Right, now then, what do we need now? Looking at them greens, do we need any more in that? Probably not. Oh, I'll tell you what I want. Let me give everything a dry, just to make sure it's dry. Right, I'm thinking I want an alien background. Might use that same colour. Let's just test that colour on a bit of paper. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm going to use this colour, I think. So if I come from about there, cross there, cross here, cross there, like that, into there, up there and across there, dab into that. Sorry about all this racket. Into there, look. Soften it down. Soften into there. Right down into there. Dip my brush in a bit more water. Soften into there. I'll just pull that across, look. That can come into that green stuff. That's my background deal. And I'll pull that into me. Just wash that brush off. I'll have some of them darks in my greens, look at that niceness. That looks nice, doesn't it? That's the background deal now. Lovely job. Wonder if I ought to go a tiny bit darker right on top on it. I'm thinking just about there, look. In fact, even darker than that, I'm thinking let me get some more of that purple, a bit more of that blue, and go even darker. So that look like that's better. Oh, that's better. And then I'll just dip in water again, soften out again. Up there, soften out again. Down into there, that's it. Back into these areas, have some darks in there. Wash my brush, bring some more darks in. Jobs, that's nice in here, that's better. So a tiny bit more of that blue in there, I'm thinking. A tiny bit more of this blue. Just a little. Nice. Like that. Oh, that's it. Back into there. Into all this. There. That's it. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some nice bit of bright green again and just come back in here and just add a bit extra into these bushes here. They nearly disappeared, so I'll just add a bit extra of that back in. There we are. Niceness. And then that can come back in on here. It's all splodgy and nice. That's what I want, splodgy colours. That's what I like. Bring it down into this path. Oh, that's looking good. Right, let me just think now. I'm thinking now, let's get some more yellow out. I think I want to lighten that a bit. So I'm going to stick a bit more yellow out. Try and get a bit lighter. Wash my brush. Just get some bright yellow into that. Just to lighten a few bits. That's it, that's nice. There. It's a bit thick there. Well, it's a bit thick, just like my stepbrother Doofus. If he watches, he kill me. There. That's nice, isn't it? There. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop out a tiny bit. Chinese white would be good for this. I ain't got none, so I'm going to use a tiny bit. Designer's white gouache. Tiny bit. And I'm just going to mix a really light sort of yellowish greenish colour. just see if I can just lighten up a little bit, something like that, and just sort of lighten some tiny little bit, tiny little bit lighter. Just, that's better, isn't it? So that's a tiny bit of designer's white gouache for a few little highlights and stuff, just to there. I'm liking that. There, that's better. Right, I think I'm quite happy with that now. So let's give that a dry. Seem to have managed to splash some paint there. That's a shame. You know, I might put in a load of birds in there. Right, anyway, never mind that for now. Right, let's get a nice sort of green colour mixed. I'm going to whack in some trees now. I think I'm going to need a bit of a darkish green for this. Like a few trees in. Let's make a, just try and mix a green where I like. Yellow and blue for green, then you can add bits of burnt umber or light red, and just make a green that you like. I've just got this one, quite like this one. I'm going to have a tree here, like that, about there. I'm just going to add to some of this, make it look a bit more like bushes. Or like that. Sand. Try slightly change colour. Add a tiny bit more of what's it called to that? Light red. A tree there. Just going off my page. I'm going to have another one there, a lower one. Make them different sizes. You don't want them all the same size. And like I say, even altered colour a bit to make it a bit more interesting. A bit extra detail in there. Niceness. Right, let's get a tiny little brush. Just mix a bit of a tree trunk colour. Let's say a bit of tree trunks in here. Oh, that looks nice. These are miles away, so, well, they're not miles away, but they're quite far away, so they're not going to have a great load of detail in them. Odd bit. That'll do. Tell you what I might do. Stick them in there. Stick some little bods in there. Since I've got this. Look at this here, look. I don't know how I've managed it, but I've splashed paint everywhere. So all I'll do, look, big flock of birds in there, look. They are. Every single bit of that splash paint, look, is now in. Big flock of birds. Niceness. Right. Sorted. Right, what do we want now? Oh, I want a bigger tree now. So, in fact, some of them birds will get hid in a minute. Bigger trees going to come in about there. Might hide some of them birds now. Right, get a bit of burnt umber, bit of blue, bit of yellow. Niceness. Right, so I'm going to bring this tree to about, let's go to about there. It's going to put some of them birds in my trees. There we are. if I need to go a bit darker or not. Maybe it's a tiny bit darker, a bit more brown in it, just as I come down perhaps. Yeah, that's better. There, quite like that. That's it. Maybe it's a bit of that purple and blue colour in there and all, just in places, not everywhere. It's that blue. Let's have that purple. Let's have a look at that. I'm just coming in. A bit more of that blue. It's a bit too purple. That just coming in at the bottoms of these bits here. That's it. Oh, that's alright, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Something like that. I think what I'll do, I think I'll have a few rocks and stuff in here and all, why not? Why not? There'd be a bit of shadow down here anyway, you see, off this tree. I suppose my shadow would go across this way. My light's coming in there and there. So yeah, my shadow would go across here. So there's going to be any green, darker greens, it'd be out there like that. So some rocks and stuff. Yeah. Niceness. Couple of blades of grass and that. Lovely jubbly. Right, where's that card? I've lost it. Oh, nice. Couple of little, say little, they've gone in quite fat, but a couple of little twigs in there like that. Let's say a look. Let's say a couple of darker sticks in there. Some of these bits up here, look. Is that dark enough? Not bad. Better. We're nearly done, nearly done. A couple of bits. There. I think that'll do. Oh. And I'm going to need I'll get a thicker brush for that. Let's get a fatter brush. I'm going to need a tree trunk in it. I need a tree trunk. So that's down there. Down there. And right, it's coming in that way. That way. Into there like that. Oh, something like that, that's it, innit? There's some little brown highlights in some of this and all. Yep. Niceness. I'm thinking get some little you just mix a bit more nice grassy colour up, quite a dark one. Let's see, let's get a few little blades of grass in here, just a couple of bits. We're not going mentals with it. You don't need to paint every blade of grass in, just a couple of blades in there. That's it. And then maybe let's have a look at this. Maybe with this we can get a couple of, see end of that brush is all broke up, you can get a couple of blades of grass in like that and all, you see. A couple down there. That's it. I'm going to come back here, odd little bits. I'm going to gradually disappear as you get further back and your detail goes, you see. So that's not looking bad at that. Just looking in here. Tell me what I'm going to do up there. Maybe it's just sort of like that. So it's like some more blades of grass, but they're further away, so they're a little bit softer. You know what I mean? Something like that. That looks alright, doesn't it? And then maybe wash my brush out. So I've just got water on my brush now, and I'm thinking just soften some of that off. I think I'll soften off at the top of it, so it looks like by using light grass cutting through the dark grass. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Or maybe I do a bit of a swap over, a bit of both. So just softening. That's nicer, isn't it? And that just looks like a couple more blades of grass going right back, not as strong as these bits, and then these bits up front. Niceness. Yeah. Right, I think all we need on here now is we've got little bods in there. Where shall we pop it? Let's pop it there. B D Bertie D. Right, let's see the beach. In it.